An illegal migrant is now behind bars, accused of causing a devastating hit-and-run crash that killed a young student from the University of South Carolina, my alma mater. And Chanley Painter is here with all the details. Chanley?
Hey, Ainsley. So 21-year-old Nate Baker, he was a junior at the University of South Carolina, majoring in business. Authorities say he was driving his motorcycle near campus when an illegal migrant, 24-year-old Rosali Fernandez Cruz, failed to yield the right-of-way, striking Baker with his truck. The suspect reportedly drove away and then ran from his vehicle. Nate's death has rocked the USC campus.
I don't think I've ever met anyone who could say they had a bad experience with him. He was just so friendly, nice, kind, giving. I filled the room with joy wherever he was.
At the time of the crash, Fernandez Cruz was wanted by ICE. He was reportedly arrested at the border in 2016 before being even ordered back to El Salvador in 2018. The Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs at DHS confirming this, quote, "The hit-and-run driver was in our country illegally. Nate should be alive today." DHS prays for Nate's family, friends, and loved ones and will work every day to protect innocent Americans like Nate. Representative Nancy Mace echoed those sentiments on X, posting this quote, "We're going to fight like hell to get every last illegal alien out of South Carolina. We're praying for the victim, his family, and the students at USC who have been touched by his passing. Hold the line, South Carolina." Fernandez Cruz is being held in Colombia, facing many charges, including driving without a license and hit and run resulting in death. Ainsley.
All right, Chanley, thank you so much. Let's bring in South Carolina Congressman and House Judiciary Committee member Russell Fry. Good morning to you, Congressman.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning. This really hits home. I read about this morning. I said, oh, my gosh, the University of South Carolina. I watched videos. We know the memorial. It's right there on Blossom Street in the center of our campus. How could this happen? This guy who is charged with this, in 2016, Congressman, he was arrested by Border Patrol in Texas. In 2018, an immigration judge in Charlotte, North Carolina, ordered him to be sent back to El Salvador. How is he still in this country? Congressman, can you hear me? Stand by. We're going to try to unfreeze him. But let me tell you what I know about Nate. Nate was 21 years old, a junior, a business major. He was a member of the Phi Gamma Delta fraternity and awarded the Brother of the Year award in the fall. He was the tailgate chairman, so probably a fun guy, a corresponding secretary, and the president of the fraternity said he was regarded as the best human being and someone you wanted as a friend. He knew how to fix anything and to make people smile. You heard the other friend that was there at the memorial where all those flowers are being put in front of the University of South Carolina sign on Blossom Street, that he was nice, he was open, loving, friendly, kind, and giving. Let's bring in Brian Kilmeade. Brian, this is another story of an illegal immigrant being charged with killing someone. It was a hit and run. Why was he still in our country?
And the argument is, well, this happens every day. Why is it a big deal? He's an illegal immigrant. You know, my answer is because it's all preventable. There are things that happen in life that you can't help. But if you have people here illegally, if they get their ticket to appear 6 years from when they cross, if they actually just claim asylum, let alone a got-away when they get through, and then oftentimes you look at the background, in this case, the hit and run, there were prior problems prior to this. And then most times, Ainsley, as you know, when we look at this, we find out that these people had problems when they were in their other country. And they're coming here for a fresh start or to create havoc. I don't know how, as a family member right now, you make sense of what's happening here and you don't blame the previous administration.
When people have a problem with Donald Trump deporting illegal immigrants, criminals, people we don't know about, think about these stories. This could be your child. How do you move on from this? The mother, I think he grew up in Virginia. I'm getting some text messages from friends in South Carolina that say his mom grew up in Lancaster, which is a small town. Everyone knows each other in South Carolina, and was supposed to be a great guy. His parents' lives are changed forever. He could have gotten married, had children, made such an impact on our country. He was a business major, gone on to start companies, hire individuals, all of that taken away because of this guy who was driving without a license, police say, and was here illegally. All right, Brian,
I think you have your guest back now,
yes,
Ainsley.
We do. Yeah, let's bring in Congressman Fry. Congressman, thank you so much for standing by for us. Sorry about that. What are your thoughts here?
I think it's just tragic, right? I mean, you look at this, like you said, it hits close to home. This was your alma mater, it was mine, and these are streets that we're very familiar with. And to see this happen, and then of course he is, he tries to escape. It's a hit and run. He tries to apparently change clothes to get out of, or evade apprehension from the police. And so here we are with just another story similar to tragedies like Laken Riley and Jocelyn Nungary. I mean, this is just all too frequent in our country. And the frustrating thing is that he was detained by ICE in 2016 under the Obama administration, released the very next day, and has managed to evade apprehension because, quite frankly, he's just not been able to appear. And now it has resulted in just yet another tragedy in our backyard.
I know. Thankfully, Donald Trump is doing something about it. Our border looks completely different, almost down to nothing, people not getting over. But what's scary is the people that are here, that were allowed to come over under the Biden administration. And it's people like this that they're changing American lives, families that are true victims and good people. What can we do about this? Are we going? I know that ICE is doing a lot by these raids and trying to get thousands of people out of our country. But are we going to be able to find them all?
Well, I think over time we can, right? I think where this president is very dedicated. We've seen the early success. Border numbers are at an all-time low of initial crossings coming into our country. We've never seen anything like it. The response by the Trump administration early is that he is doing exactly what he said that he was going to do, and he's doing it at record speed, despite the courts sometimes, despite the outcry from the left. He is putting the American people first, and this tragedy, I hope, doesn't happen again. Nate Baker's life, the people that knew him, he was described as a role model. How many lives like this are touched because of crimes that are committed by illegal immigrants that should have never been in our country to begin with?
I agree. I'm getting my contact at USC says both parents were USC alums. They did live in Virginia, but both of his parents went to University of South Carolina too. Congressman, thank you so much for representing our state. God bless you.